Hey guys, Crazy Postman here. So unless you've been living under a rock in the EV community since May 25th, all these companies are coming out saying they are going to support the NACS standard. And if you look here on the screen, it started with Ford coming out. Somebody had to be first, and it had to be a big player. And Ford led the way in the NACS revolution. So that was on May 25th. And then pretty much the final nail in CCS's coffin came when GM committed to the NACS standard starting in 2025. And then all the other dominoes started falling. So you can see here, ChargePoint, EVgo, Chempower, Autel, what do we got? ABB, Blink. Everybody started saying, hey, we are going to join the CCS standard because we see that it is a very good standard. We just didn't want to be first. Since Ford decided to be a trailblazer, I know that's a GM name, Ford decided to come out in front and pick up the NACS standard, and then all these other dominoes just lined up right behind them. What a great thing that is happening in the EV world right now, because the CCS is just hard to handle. So it's good to have a standard. It really is. But let me show you the difference in the CCS versus the NACS. Now, I didn't drive to a Tesla supercharger this week, but I have some file footage from when I was charging my Tesla Model 3. And I almost said the perfect things in this old video. So let me show you this old video here of just how thin and light and nice the Tesla NACS connector is. Now, one thing I've already noticed, never being to a V3 before, the cables are much skinnier. Let me take you over here. So this is what the V3s look like. They look like the V2s. Except the cabling is just much skinnier. It's slightly thicker than the home cable, but it is very nice and skinny. She had a long journey, and that is a nice skinny cable. I like it, not heavy at all. So that was a flashback in time. So now you see how awesome the NACS standard is, nice and thin. You can easily plug it in with one hand. You saw there, it just works. It's light, it's small, and it's just easily one-handable. Is that a word? One-handable? Y'all know what I mean. Now let me show you a CCS example of the same thing. So you joined me here at this DC fast charging station. Let me show you why CCS is the inferior connector to NACS. So I came to this one specifically because it's such a ridiculous example. Look how huge. I can barely get my whole hand around this. This is some of the biggest cabling I have ever seen. I don't really know if that translates on video, but it's huge. Look at the size of that cable in that connector. This thing is a bear. So just to be able to plug this in, you have to like arm wrestle this thing. I don't know how much it weighs, but it weighs a lot. Those over there are faster than these over here. And that's surprising because these cables are ridiculous. Okay, we're getting some clicks in there. I can just barely connect my hand all the way around that. I don't really need to charge here. I just wanted to show how much of a bear this cable is. And it really is ridiculous. That is crazy. Oh, come on. Get in there. Oh, no. Ah. Whoo. Massive cable. Giant connector. I mean, like, why? All right, guys. So thanks for watching this quick example of why I think the NACS is going to win. And all these other companies evidently agree also. Sorry, I look kind of weird. I didn't bother setting up my green screen. I'm just using AI, and obviously AI is not perfect. Woo! Thanks for watching. I'll see y'all in the next one.